All right, man. Well, first of all, look, in Civil War, you're an excitable young teen. You're desperately trying to find your way.
Yeah.
Maybe have a bit of a utopian idea of what being a hero and having powers is. Obviously, in this movie, in Homecoming, you grow up immensely, Peter Parker. What kind of lessons does he learn about possessing power?
He is a very powerful superhero, but he's also just a kid. So it's a very interesting thing to see what happens when a kid is given those kind of powers and how he balances doing his homework and being on time for school, but also saving New York and saving the world. So it's a nice
And still
dynamic.
being a youngster enjoying them as well, enjoying those
Yeah,
powers.
I mean, if you gave a 15-year-old superpowers, he'd have the time of his life.
And it also follows the process of these young people maturing very rapidly in a world. I think there's a lot of pressure on young people to mature before their time.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you've been working since you were like 12 years old on the big screens, you know. So is there a lot of pressure on kids today, do you think?
Of course. Well, I've always been on the little screen. This is my first big screen.
Depends how big your TV is at home. I got a big TV.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on how much money you got. You know? If you got the plasma, you know. But no, I mean, there is, of course, there's a lot of pressure on, you know, young people in general. I think we talked about this earlier, you know, the social media and everything like that. And I think, you know, we all believe, and I think this movie does a great job in, you know, putting that across is, grow up at your own pace. You're gonna make mistakes. You're not gonna be perfect right away.
I'm still growing up. I don't know. I haven't done it yet.
Everyone does.
Definitely.
Everyone goes through it at any point in their life, and it's okay to make mistakes and not be perfect right away. And I think another thing is that you kind of is embracing different characters and who you are, and being okay with who you are. I think every single character in this movie is so different. Whether they come off a little weird, or you know they're not the coolest character, or maybe they're more this, or they're more academic driven, or whatever it is. But it's really embracing how different people are,
and being okay with
and being okay with who you are, and being okay with that diversity. And I think it's a beautiful thing. So it's again, it's embracing that. And I think that's what kids need to see.
And when you're talking about diversity of personality, there's also diversity of culture as well. This film's got a wonderfully diverse cultural cast.
Yeah.
Do you think the industry is moving in the right direction?
Yes, it is.
There's still a long way to go? Or
Yeah,
what?
I mean, the fact that we're in this movie and it's getting made and people are responding to it, I think that says a lot. And I don't think we're where we should be at all, but like this is definitely a huge step
taking
forward.
steps.
I think, and you know, I think that the industry is very indicative of like where society is going. And you know, we're like in a more forward-thinking world now.
Yeah.
We set the tone.
Yeah,
like we're part of like that
exactly.
stepping stone thing
Yeah.
where it all trickles down eventually.
Your young heroes leading the way, literally, on screen and off. As Spider-Man, you obviously have Tony Stark as this distant father figure who tries to advise from afar. Captain America will be the archetypal, obvious dad who's just trying to do right by you. Black Widow's a sweet mum behind all that negativity and killing. What would you buy those co-stars, knowing them personally, if you had to for Father or Mother's Day presents?
I don't really know Scarlett. I will talk about Marissa because I know Marissa, and she is basically playing my mother in the movie. For Marissa, I think I would buy her a really nice scarf, you know? I think
That's
she'd
a
like a
cop-out,
really
Tom.
nice
That's a
scarf.
cop-out
For
present.
Robert, I couldn't possibly buy anything for Robert because that man, I just couldn't afford to buy anything that
I feel like
he
you
would
could
want.
paint him a picture or something. He'd put
He
it up in
doesn't
his
want
home.
that. He has Picasso's, I'm sure. He doesn't want one from me. And Chris Evans, I feel like you could get him like a Statue of Liberty and he would be over the moon with it.
Cheap presents, Tom.
Yeah, well,
Gotta
you
be
know,
honest.
gotta pay the bills, didn't I?
You just bought a house.
I
know you
did.
actually bought a place around the corner from your mum's.
I did, yes.
How do your family keep you grounded as well now you're enjoying this Hollywood lifestyle?
By making me move around the corner rather than moving out to LA.
Nice.
But yeah, so you're a comedian. You must know my dad,
Well, who's your dad?
Dominic Holland.
I do.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, it's like we're family now.
we know. Us Brits gotta stick
Beautiful.
together.